to our live day trading session. It's the third day in our prop account. We're at about $300 something profit. Our ideal target for the day would be $750 of gains to stick to the consistency rule. Now let's have a look where we stand. We had a quite volatile start here. With a lot of up pressure, down pressure, tested the waters everywhere really. And now we are pretty much exactly where we started, aside from like 10-15 points. So let's have a look at what we want to do with that information. Could be a short now with that liquidity down there. Would have been the worst idea. Nevertheless, I'd like to have some more substantiated bias. 640 is quite big. Yeah, but the problem is that we explore to the upside, to the downside, and pretty much back on square one. So we do need some kind of directional impulse to develop here. Could be the short here. Seems to manifest, certainly. Little spike upward, and then maybe we can just get it.
Order filled.
Let's see. Maybe we can just hit that now. Very nice. Let's see if we can go down.
Stop filled.
Okay. That is 75 due to the slippage, which is not exactly what I hoped for. Maybe should have cut that earlier. Could have been worse though, slippage wise. But something to keep in mind, we're still relatively volatile here. Yeah, so 75 minus 15. Really only $60 we got there out of this.
Order filled. Order filled.
375, okay. Maybe not a wise decision to kill it early, but didn't want to eat the slippage again, honestly. Yeah. So 375 already, that is fabulous. Which leaves us with how much? Pretty much exactly half, right? Counting for fees, bit more than 375 to go, right? So that is decent. We don't have the sustained downward movement though, so let's keep the eyes peeled for anything that tells us anything of value. And that could be a long, not a fan though, with those fair value gaps here. Just dipped lower. Nah, I mean clearly we do test to the downside here. If you're wondering, I'm usually using ATES for visualization, not NinjaTrader by itself. However, for streaming that is way more convenient this way to only have one window open. Oh, maybe this could be something. I might want to just go into this with one.
Order filled.
And see where it goes.
Stop filled.
Alright, 500. Cool. That is good. Yeah, I could have let that run, but I didn't want to eat the slippage again. Maybe that's a mistake to just kill that earlier already, all the time. Probably, honestly. Given that we would already have gotten our stuff here. But now let's just take a minute. Let's just take a breath here real quick to not get too hyped up. Let me see. We did like 7 contracts, 35 bucks and fees, so 285 to go. Right, so one trade for $300 with 3 contracts, and we are good, and we hit our profit target on the day. Now, I do make a little pause here of like 2-3 minutes, regardless of the setup. It's at least what I'm trying to do, because we hit a couple good trades now right in succession. And physiologically what happens is that your testosterone spikes, you get really hyped, you think, well, stop loss, who is it to stop me, you know? And you just go off the rails. So you do want to have pauses in between your trades, which also helps with overtrading in general, but it also helps mitigate the risk of those hormonal shifts directly impacting your behavior, because you want to act methodically, right, and not emotionally. This, for example, looks like a very interesting long if we grab that liquidity down there with just one contract or something. But we're not going to touch anything. Just a couple minutes of taking a breath. Yeah, now it looks very shorty here, considering that. So we just calm down. What's most important is that we stick to our rules. Now I'm wondering, right? I always have the grid lines in any software here to 5 points, which is 20 ticks, which is $100 per NQ. That is pretty easy to remember and gives you kind of a good perspective on what kind of moves you need, right? Because I do like different chart types, such as tick charts, which are time independent, but also minute charts to get kind of the bigger picture when there's a lot of volatility, and then obviously a 30-minute chart, which only has this here, which is the closest that they have in the free version to footprints as far as I'm informed. But it helps you put into perspective how big the moves are. So now we know, for example, we need $300, right? So that would be a move of 3 of these, right, with 1 NQ contract, or just 1 of those little fields with 3 NQ contracts. So from here to here would already be enough, and we'd be done for the day, right? So that is a good idea to have that in mind. Now, for those that don't know, why do we have the limit of 750 on the day? Because we're doing a $1,500 prop firm challenge with Take Profit Trader, and there is a consistency rule in place that states your biggest day has to be 50% or less of your total profits, I think, or maybe exactly 50 is fine, I don't know. But That's the point basically, so it must not be less than 1500. It must not be more than 750. Otherwise, your profit target will be more than 1500 because it scales then with it, which is not what we want. So that just as a bit of background on why we aim for that. Now it's really interesting. Big rally up here. Still liquidity at 680 there. Quite substantial liquidity, that is. Probably interesting to think about a long when we have a little pullback. Wouldn't want to enter quite on the extreme of this. Just putting in 1 if we have something very interesting coming up straight away. 75. All right. Yeah. That is some pullback here. Let's see how that develops. Oh, now we're getting into interesting territory.
Order cancelled.
That is a shame. So let's see. Yeah, we need to wait for a second. I do think it's possible we grab that liquidity and then maybe revisit the upside. I don't know. About 50, right? Filling that fair value gap here, grabbing more. Not quite all of it though. 640 is a level to watch for sure. Okay, so let's see. I do think something like, let me get this one, something like this here, and then a reversal is possible. 42, 45-ish, something like that. I don't believe in the reversal just yet. Obviously that run up here would have been phenomenal to get into, but we had our break, so we don't compromise any of our rules for any subjectively perceived opportunities here, no matter how big they are, because when you are in that state of having a lot of wins in a row, you do tend to have very questionable judgment at times. And if you have questionable judgment, obviously your ability to judge that is also impaired, right? So tricky situation there. Now a short could be something. Oh, now even more. Even more now. But I'll wait a second. It's not good enough. We did have the reversal around, well, 45. 43, 45. We did go all the way here. That's pretty much the area we went to. I'll observe how we behave here. When we get another run like this in either direction, we're pretty much set for the day. just set this to 1 for now.
Order filled.
Let's just hop into this one.
Stop filled.
Yeah, alright. Not the best one. Should probably not have moved that stop, but just felt safer. Yeah, it could have been good to just leave it. It's fine though. Better limiting risk. One time too often than vice versa.
Order filled. Stop filled.
Oh my. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Thought I did alter that quantity. Doesn't really matter all that much though. Doesn't really matter all that much though. We have good volatility here right now. Still at 90 here.
Order filled.
Alright. Alright, alright. Bit loud maybe.
Stop filled.
Alright. So that was a good run. We timed that pretty decently. Okay. So we should be about 300 net profit now. Well, that's a juicy one, isn't it? Looks almost too juicy, honestly. Almost too juicy. A little breakthrough to the upside there. Don't know what to think of that. Now maybe? Now maybe?
Order filled.
Let's see. Come on, baby. Let's see that run to the upside. Let's see it.
Stop filled.
Unfortunate. Oh well, we do see quite some downward action here. That is probably what we needed. 85, huh?
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Good, good. Back at 400. So let's say 300 after fees. 450 to go. So 1.5 of these with 3 contracts. Not gonna do that. See, we could have left that one open, probably. No, actually, we would have just barely gotten stopped out on the 20 ticks. So it was good to kill it here. do have some quite substantial moves. Quite decent runs here. Strong candles. Well, that looks juicy. That's what the market thought too. It's exactly what the market thought as well. So, okay, now we're just grabbing it all back. Could be interesting after the 720 is hit to start thinking about a short from there. I mean, how much is there still? 20 points? Keep observing. Oh, the 720 looks so juicy. Tempting to just hop in with 3 contracts and grab it. Well, now it looks even more tempting. Yeah. Some reversal signal here. Wants to move down first. Alright, we hold off for a second. 95 is alluring with liquidity. Yes, there we have it. Wow, there's a lot to the downside right now. Shall we just hop in with 1? Not fully convinced yet, not fully convinced yet.
Order filled. Stop filled.
Alright. Not gonna take any huge risks on that one. now the 720 time? Do we now grab it? Looks like it, doesn't it?
Order filled.
Even alluring there.
Order filled.
Just take this for now. Most certainly will get there. Question is when.
Order cancelled.
Didn't get the fill on that one. Would have been a nice $60. That's okay. Still value to be found up here to 35 according to that, right? So there is a long setup here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Just taking it easy, one step at a time. Could be another long, but I do like to be cautious around now. Yeah. Turns out to be a good idea. Probably gonna grab that 15. It's a nice little consolidation level here from before. At least briefly. after the 25. Yeah. Maybe after the 25. Tempting, but we must constrain ourselves. We'll observe for a minute longer. Flirting with the edge here consistently. Falling over now? Absolutely we are.
Order filled. Stop filled.
Very unfortunate there. We didn't extend that move just a tiny little more. Just a tiny little more. Just past 4. So I think we're just gonna take a break now. Just past 5. We did realize 320 or so after fees, which is great. That puts us at 900-ish left to go, I think. Yeah. So that's amazing. Maybe I'll do another session later today. But right now I'll be heading into a little break just to get a fresh mind. Yeah, see? It's very tight one here. We entered here, we get stopped out just here. Something within a range of 5 or 6 ticks that we would have otherwise gotten our target here. Anyway, Good session. Stuck to our rules. Capping our risk phenomenally. Not too many trades. First one was a hit and green, right? Not every day can be a home run, not every session. I'm a bit annoyed that we didn't catch that nice run up at some point here. This one, I think, but that one doesn't really matter, because what counts is the account green at the end of the day? And it is very green, so we did everything right, and we'll come back with a fresh mind another time.